That's a normal foul. That's fine. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Is it rough? Like, look, yeah, he knows what he's going for. I get it, dude. It looks messy, but it's rough. It's fine. That's not. See, he just stepped on his face.
Point one, right? Because people are gonna say
they do whatever. Well, I don't care what they say. Like, they need to use their eyes. Then he just went in, karate kicked somebody in the chest. And that's a yellow. You see what I'm saying? He just kicked him in the face.
this is way better than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know if we're gonna see anything.
See, look, he just spit on the back of his neck.
That's so good. I wasn't expecting that.
The fat ass move.
Welcome to the weekly kickoff, and I want to talk about how the rest of the world plays and the leagues that we're missing out, because this last week we had Brazil, the Brazilian league. It was the Corinthians and Palmeiras, and they played the final.
Was it the final, or was it just like a derby?
No, it was a final.
Okay.
That's why they won a cup and all that stuff.
Oh,
so
right.
I made a TikTok because one of the weird things that they did was that, which I've never heard of, is that second place gets a trophy.
And they have to like kind of almost celebrate it and take a picture.
Well, they get it. They get the trophy on the field, and then they make them take a picture.
Well, I mean,
but no one's happy. Everybody's like...
Well, that's what they kind of do if you've noticed in like... in Champions League, you get medals.
It's the same concept.
Like, you know, they walk,
you don't get
they put it on your head. Oh,
right.
World Cup 2. They put it on your head, and then they immediately take it off, and they're like, yeah, get this off my...
It's the same idea as getting a World Cup second place, or any kind of World Cup. I mean, any kind of cup, like second place. And they're just like standing around and not really excited about it. Getting second place like that, getting like a cup, having to stand around, being made to do that. Like, I don't know. I would say I barely want to have the second place medal on me, much less taking a picture from a stadium, getting a cup.
Yeah,
the trophy was big. It wasn't like some little thing. It's weird. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? That's all you got? You got, I don't know.
I wouldn't want... I've never heard of that. Like, I've heard of the second place medal. It says runner-up on the back.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a big-ass trophy. I saw the trophy. It's huge.
Yeah.
It looks like they won. You're a little confused. There's no context behind it. It looks like they won the championship.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, it looks like bizarre.
I think Brazil's the only team they're the only league that does that. I don't know why you would do that. You don't need that big of a trophy to be like, yo, I almost made it.
Not only was this game kind of nuts, but there's a bunch of stuff that happened, and I'm gonna bring this all back to these other leagues around the world. So also in this game, there was a pig's head that was tossed, and I'm gonna put that on screen. So how do you? First of all, the questions are: how do you even
bring this in?
How do you bring it in? How do you bring this into like the stadium? Obviously, you know the guy, like you know the guy at the turnstiles, because there's no way you get into this, and big heads are huge, man.
Dude,
they're like
not
this big.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, they brought it. They cut the whole head off, like, and just tossed it on the field.
Also, that's a pretty good throw.
That's a solid throw.
He can't be in the front row and throw it and then go back to his seat.
There's a lot of logistics about where do you get a pig's head? Wait, I could figure that out. I could figure out, okay, I can get a pig's head, but then how do you bring it into a stadium? I can't figure that out.
Well, it's your packaging to bring it in. You get scanned. They got to check for weapons. Right?
Yeah, right. How do you think that they got it in? How would you sneak a pig's head in if you could?
Coats.
In a big coat.
Almost like Little Rascals-esque, right? A
Right.
big trench coat.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes, this is the other picture of the pig's head.
Oh.
Yeah. And
See,
it's
some of them are small enough where you're like, oh, look, whatever.
Right. Now this looks like a proper
That's a huge pig.
a proper pig's head, because I don't understand like how that even works. But besides that, not only did that happen, but then I want to play a clip too of how crazy this derby game was. I'm gonna show. So Memphis Depay, which is a weird move to go to Brazil, I think.
Oh yeah.
It's a weird move.
Yeah,
he was just at Barcelona, and he wasn't like a falling star. It wasn't like
he didn't get a lot of PT, but he also didn't lack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he was at Athletico, not even Barcelona.
Before this?
Yeah. He still could have played over in Europe for sure.
Yeah, he could have
go
played
to like an Italian team or a...
Well, he's 31.
That's
not that old.
That's not that old. He had one more contract left on him.
Yeah, so that's why I don't understand. Like, he was playing at Barcelona. Yeah, you're right. Atletico Madrid. He only played for two years there, or a year in Atletico. It's bizarre. What a weird move. That we're not gonna get into that. The whole point is that he's good enough to not be playing, I feel like, in the Brazil league. But with that, he had some fuck around. This is at the end of the game. His ass wanted to stand on the ball, and like, what the fact of the matter is that this is already a hot, heavy game. People are mad.
Yeah, but look, he doesn't start the fight. Look, it's the players on the side. You see, look, they're like grabbing him and all this stuff like that. He went to go grab the ball real quick,
right? And
then the rest of them kind of were like, you see?
Yeah, I mean
he's not there. Like, look, he's over on the edge. He's not even like there.
Yeah, but you don't think he started it though?
You stand on the ball, you do shithousery, but he was just gonna get fouled and then whatever.
Look, if this isn't the only, like I bring this up because I feel like we cover and we also watch a lot of Premier League, MLS now, and I feel like we're doing a disservice of not following these leagues that seem like they're a lot more fun. And so I wanted to talk to you about this thing. Have you ever seen a Brazil game? What have you heard of like Brazilian fans and the way that they play and the way that the leagues are? Because every other league has like a reputation. Argentina is known to be a little sucio, right? Have you heard anything about Brazilians really?
I mean, they're always looking. The only thing that I know is that they are pretty physical. It's not like it's...
Right.
It's not,
Yeah.
I have heard, or constantly is like the next up-and-coming star. So a lot of them have like an Endrick, a Savinho, or stuff like that.
Yeah,
like random players that you're like, oh, he's Brazilian and now he's going to Chelsea and he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
A lot of them have spots and stuff like that. This is like the next promising star.
Right.
So it's a lot of like that. And then that's the most I know about Brazilian soccer.
Well, apparently, from what I'm gathering, is that the fans are really intense, which, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I could chalk it up to like Brazilians being really passionate about soccer, but I think they're on another level. Like, I think that they're on par with other countries where they hurt each other.
I don't think they're on par with like Eastern European and stuff like that. I don't think they're on par with that. I've seen theirs, and they're cool, right? I'm sure they get violent, but like, let's say Club Brugge or whatever, clubs like that is what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
They line up for like a mile and a half with flares, welcoming the bus into the city.
Right.
Like.
Right. Well, I don't know. We'll see what people think. Which is the most hardcore league in the world? Like the most gnarly. Like you can't just like go on Ticketmaster and buy a ticket for the weekend. You can't just stroll in. Like I'm curious to know who has like the most gnarliest fan base. So talking about like the funny leagues, this just happened in Peru, where this guy.
I'm not watching this. No, like you're saying, like we should watch more. I'm not watching a Peru league, dude. I'll watch highlights. Dude, he got dropped.
But I mean, come on, is this not fun?
Yeah, I watched the highlights like we're doing now. I'm not watching
But you're not watching the full 45.
No, man.
Not even one half.
Those players are built like me, and I got no business playing soccer anymore.
Well, I mean,
I got no business being a pro player.
This just happened.
Running 90 minutes.
This just happened yesterday.
Built like me.
This just happened yesterday. A Peruvian ref kicked the snot out of the coach. So the teams are. It's a Peruvian Cup League game, and it's Magdalena against the Sport Guayaquil. You can see it up there, right at the bottom.
Okay.
Sport Guayaquil. And so what ended up happening was that there was a foul, and the Magdalena coach didn't like the call. He was like, "No, that's not the call I want." He came in. So here's the thing:
he was gonna hit him with a water bottle.
Yeah, he came in with a.
But you don't know what that is.
Yeah, you don't know. It could be pee or something. The ref was just lining up. He was like, "I'm not waiting to get hit."
Dude, he cocked him good.
He cocked him. He cocked it way back. And he did a straight. Look at that.
That's a 90-degree angle, dog. That's good.
Okay, so you're not gonna watch Brazilian League.
Oh, I'll watch the Brazilian League.
You'll
I
watch the Brazilian League. Okay, you'll watch Brazilian. Maybe we'll give it a chance. You'll definitely not watch Peruvian.
No, I'm not watching that.
Okay, but how about Argentinians?
I've actually just watched the Boca game.
Okay, all right. So you have a really spicy take about Argentinians, and I'm gonna play a highlight after the fact to prove your point.
This weekend or no? This is 2015.
No, yeah, but it's the same idea.
Yeah, this doesn't change till today.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to you give me your spiel. You've said this enough. I think you know what I'm asking you. What do you feel about the Argentinian league and Argentinians in general? Usually in their play style.
This is beyond rough. I've seen these fuckers get drop kicked. I've seen their legs get completely shattered.
Yeah.
And it's not fine and it's fine. It's fine. Like, right, you know what you did, you're gonna get your red card.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They don't believe that it's a red card. That's the argument here. That's my like we're like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? I've seen them go double leg on someone's knee.
Yeah.
I can find it now. Like, it probably happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then they get up and they start yelling and they surround the ref and they're like, dude, what are you talking about?
So
it's all ball.
This is across the board Argentinians in general and the Argentinian league.
Not the national team. They can't do that on a national level. Right. I'm sure they want to.
All right. Okay. So where are you
This
whittling?
just goes to club.
The Argentinian league.
Yeah.
Okay, the way that they play.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I'm gonna play a video, and let's see if we find anything just within the first couple minutes, seconds.
See, that's a normal foul. That's fine. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it rough? Look, yeah, he knows what he's going for. See, that's a foul too. That's fine. He's going in.
But it's rough though, right?
It's rough. That's not what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? This is all rough. I get it, dude. It looks messy, but it's rough. It's fine. That's not. See, he just stepped on his face.
Point one, right? Because people are gonna say they
do whatever. Well, I don't care what they say. They need to use their eyes. Then he just went in, karate kicked somebody in the chest, and that's a yellow. You see what I'm saying? He just kicked him in the face.
This is way better than I thought it was gonna be.
See what I'm saying? That's a normal foul, and that's a little rough. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm loving this back and forth.
Well, that's even cool. That's shit talking, and they're fighting each other. That's fine too.
So, but 9 times out of 10, we're looking at really hard stuff. Le dio dos.
That's a foul. That's fine.
Yeah.
See?
Okay. I don't know if we're gonna see.
See, look, he just spit on the back of his neck.
That's so good. I wasn't expecting that.
There's a fat ass loogie on the back of his neck.
So, let's just say, Argentinians play a little dirty. They play a little bit dirty, a lot of dirty. and they try to hide it. I've heard this argument a million times that they don't, and it's the proof is in the pudding.
You
right
show
there.
me a fair game then. You show me fair fouls, because you're wild right now. And bye, everybody. Suck at that. All right. It's hot in there.